nothing left on the map. And right off the spawn, you can be chased up.
Prepare to fight.
Well, pretty fast. It will be a challenge.
Begins in 3, 2.
Yeah, if anyone can take it, it's Undead. He's showed time and time again that he's more than ready to play here, but Hell does get caught out here, and he didn't even pick up his own item, and he's actually gonna leave it for Undead, opting to go for the weapons and the light armors instead. Well, Undead forcing himself into a little bit of a not so great position, doesn't have the rail yet. So Hell equals the stacks, but Undead will get himself on the Mega.
Yeah, and in the end, Undead, despite being slower, has the better stack right now, taking more items, but Hell is delaying his a little bit. And he still has time, if he picks it up now, to go back to the Mega Health and take it as well, or even contest it or deal some damage. They meet each other and the opening damage goes actually out from Hell, but it's not that significant. And Undead returns a little bit, but Hell now has the better position for that Mega. Undead's rail is not hitting and Hell picks it up rather cleanly. Good performance so far, using the crouch slide, which is definitely one of his strengths, and I think there are not many people that play better with the crouch sliders than Hell does. And Hell catches the Doomslayer off guard. He's not reading that. Faking the bounce pad in another direction and picking up the heavy after the fight. Thus will result in him missing the Mega Health though, I think, because Undead just picks it up in time.
Yeah, and Hell gets himself on the board kinda early, and Undead, not much he could have done. Oh, but here using the double jump and the expectation that Hell was going to use rockets to his full advantage. Oh, that rocket almost hits, and the Hell is low, but uses that maneuverability that we've been talking so much, and finds himself some weaponry and even the Mega. But again, we're seeing that Undead defense coming into play, and those defensive rockets keep Hell at bay.
Yeah, and he kind of needs that heavy now to be in a good spot again. Undead knows that as well and is trying to disturb him picking it up, but the rails are not hitting. Good rocket jump from Hell to keep the game in a fast-paced state, but it jumps into the rockets of Undead. Both players are significantly low, but the little bit of light... Yeah, he catches him mid-air with the lightning gun. Pretty solid play. And a one-track lead for the Russian player now.
Oh, but out of the blue, just destroying Undead, and just like that, Hell started the game when nobody thought it was possible.
Yeah, it looked like there would have been a spawn frag, but Undead just kept eating those nails. It's like a little Swedish girl, maybe. Who knows? And as this game continues, Hell keeps peppering away at Undead's deck, but what is that play from him? He's running into a Doomslayer with the rockets with a lightning gun while not having any armor to his name. Oh, he's returning some favor now, but he needs to be careful. If he's... avoiding this play, that would have killed him. He's got all the weapons back in his arsenal, but he's still chasing a lead here. One frag is the difference only, but Undead has shown that he can work with small leads as well. He has won against Chera on this map at last with one frag difference.
As he shown us, as he shown the set before, yeah, and they're trying to play extremely careful. And now finally he's got that railgun, so now we can start dealing damage from afar and catching Hell by surprise like this.
Good start.
That's a good start at building up a comeback as far as control goes.
Impressive
Ooh, that rail.
That certainly will be important as both players have basically equal stacks. Oh, and that with some amazing early damage, but to hell with that LG! What a rail!
I'm dead.
5-minute warning.
40 HP left. As he hits that, he was basically dead there. And he betrayed that by just paying Hal's life instead. What a clutch shot that was.
Yeah, calling upon Satan to do his bidding. That was incredible.
And he follows it up.
He's
One
grabbing
rocket
victory from the hands of defeat right there. Now a little bit of a missed time, giving Gal the opportunity to gather everything he could ever want.
Yeah, but I think if you're undead and can take an item unchallenged, it's still fine for you.
Yeah, I think he'll take the item and challenge over denying the rail.
Because at last you're still in the lead 3 frags.
Yeah, but oh hell, with a little bit of a maneuver and getting a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a decent start for Hal actually.
Oh, Undead almost finding that amazing angle.
Both rails just missed by an inch basically.
Yeah,
But
now
how-
again, Undead giving away a little bit of the map. Setting control. I don't think Undead likes playing in control.
Who knows? It looks like it a little bit, but he certainly doesn't have to take the risk of fighting over an item. He just can let Hell collect them and deal some damage after the fact because he
Yeah,
knows
he's
where
rephrasing the lead. It's,
going to come
as
from.
long as he keeps hitting those defensive rockets and rails is good.
Ooh, the rail!
The rail from Hell certainly will keep things interesting for the time being, and that was a lot of LG.
Here's the shotgun!
Oh, but the shotgun would have made it cleaner, but the rockets are good enough. Hell won't be complaining about his rockets right there. And what an LG, and all of a sudden we got a tie game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, despite picking up the heavy undead died there without doing any significant damage to Hell because he only had the railgun. Now with even stacks, Undead could be looking to do something here, but on the other hand he still needs to collect some weapons. The railgun misses for both of the players.
One dead, almost finding that angle. Oh, and he keeps on missing his important rails.
Yeah, he kind of gets found there, rather. Plasma Trail, rather to get a little bit of speed, I felt like, than doing anything else. And now they just spam rockets over that light armor. But Hal grabs it, and he has the lightning gun to shoot in Undead's butt, basically. Who was not looking at the direction of Slash was coming from, because he suspected her to slide right beneath him. Undead was going to get the mega health, though, it seems like. Or not. He's delaying it a little further.
Yeah, now both items with as much delay as they're gonna get, and Hell going for the chase, trying to increase his lead.
What a lightning gun. What a track of lightning gun that was.
Yeah,
All that
and that was gonna get he's gonna get himself out of that one.
And like taking so much damage when you're undead and chasing a lead is not making it any easier, and Hell knows where he is exactly. Slides to the position of the out of control player instead of picking up his item and pressuring the hell out of Undead basically.
Oh, and that being lower and lower as he gets peppered with triballs. Now finally deciding to make a move, and it was the wrong move as he died.
And I think it was
Even go for the mega, I think at Hell.
Whew, one frag, it's doable. Mega's still up. I was just gonna say I thought it was a good idea from Hell to keep Undead in that corner and waste time, but Undead found the frag out of the spawn so fast that it's still possible for him. If he just catches them and they find each other at the pillar room. But the damage is nowhere near enough from Undead, and I think he kind of concedes this map already. He doesn't have the railgun, he can't fight long range, and now the slash is just way too fast. And that's it, GG.
Yeah, GG, map number 1 goes to hell, and what a close encounter. And that at that start, but then hell came back in the mid game, and there was a small surge for Undead in the last minute.
It looked so promising when you got that frag of the spawn, though.
It was very, very promising, and unfortunately, you just could not follow it up.
Yeah, it looked super close in the end. And a big part of the map was for Undead. But somehow Hell turned it around. And the last minute, it almost looked like Undead could turn it back around. But Hell won it in the end. So we got our money's worth in the first
I wonder
map.
why they didn't agree on Central in beforehand, because it's basically in the middle between. But
Yeah,
Undead
if
wanted,
anything, East too, I don't know.
Undead
Yeah.
wanted West, and now he wants East too, though, which I think is kind of fair.
Yeah, it looked like Undead had some small packet lost. Because he twitched a bit, which always happens when you have some packet loss.
Yeah, a little bit. I've seen it as well. But yeah, it's going to be East 2 now for the second map. And we see Weisel's play against a sliding champion, this time for Undead. Hell against Undead is going to the possible last map, though. It's going to be tough to predict this outcome, because I think the champions are rather evenly matched.
Yeah, and that is such a skilled player. If anything can turn it around, it's him.
And I mean, we have seen what he does with Slash on this map, and Struck can play to that strength as well. I mean, he's not that fast, but after all, the movement style is the same.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Alright, so they start at their items, as Hell starts on the Mega and that starts on the Heavy. There's not a sizable delay between the items, still a little bit, not too much, and both players are now trying to get their weapons at the end of the game. No one has used their abilities yet on the first 25 seconds of the map. Hell standing here on this railgun area. Oh, but then that very well played that that Beaker got the info at least. And finally has a railgun.
Yeah, Hell wanted the Heavy more than the Mega health. And he denied the railgun at least for another rotation for Undead as well, who both players now should be having almost full or full arsenal in case of Hell as well. And they're still doing this little standoff
Oh,
thing
and
where
Hell
they're
with a lot of LG there.
peppering from the top, and Hell has another bit and goes in and keeps going in. The lightning gun is hurting so much. Undead stack, despite picking up the Heavy, is pretty low, and they might find each other here once again at the banana. Hell predicts, and Undead predicts as well, but Undead lands the rail unreturned. Seven seconds to go for the Heavy. Despite having the worst stack. Hal is still in the position to pick that up, and he does, and if he gets that health bubble undamaged, he's not railable anymore. He's still not looking healthy though, especially after Undead picked up the mega health. His stack is looking overwhelming compared to Hal's stack. PK used once more, but I doubt it will have much effect. A little bit of chip damage
Got
though.
some. It's
Nothing
one of the nails to the peaker. That's not
Ooh.
nothing. And now Hell is railable, is gonna watch out, and he does, and does not go for the heavy straight away. And he even gets a rocket in, but gets damaged again. And Undead will chase, eats 100 damage rocket for his troubles. And Hell being very agile at escaping this position. And he gets himself back to a sizable stack. Now that's something he can work with as he tries to play himself for a position here at the heavy. A little bit early, trying to gauge where his opponent's going to come from. But Undead is not showing himself up at the moment, and he's going to stay at the decon area.
Yeah, he's not even punishing the pickup. But those rockets are definitely punishing, as he sets himself up for a clean mega pickup, and he might be even able to push in for some damage before picking it up because of those two rockets. He kind of decides not to because he knows of the arsenal from Hell, and he knows that he has the position to punish him for doing so. But now he's down in the bad spot. Despite landing some PK damage, Hell could rain some damage from down below. What a rail, but the direct rocket as an answer is not bad as well. Hell's still looking to find something so he's not dying by just looking at Undead. And he finds a little bit of stack. The rail misses, and the stacks are almost even.
Big deal allows Hell to be a bit more of a presence on the map instead of trying to go for the smaller items all the time.
Good play from Undead. Hell didn't got any sound cues, it seems like, because he reacted so late there. And that string of LG gave Undead full control once again. So now Hell shows how good LG is and leaves Undead with 10 HP left. And just answers back with a rail off the spawn, draws the scoreline 1-1. Both players had anything.
They all played up again.
And now they have to pick up all the weapons once again. Hell has the Unholy Trinity. Undead seems to only have a rail, maybe a shotgun. But Undead's stack is not looking that great. Good rocket jump.
Maneuver with a rocket jump, and he catches the dead unprepared, and gets his second frag in this matchup. Even finds the rail angle.
Impressive.
Oh, and the piercing sight to destroy Ned's. And that's play there on the teleporter, on the jump pad, on the tribals.
Oh, and Hell keeps dishing out the damage.
5-minute warning.
Good rail from Undead though, but he still needs to run. Finds a way to escape. Good direct rocket. Very much defensive damage there. And unreturned, as I say. But Hell picks up the mega health, and even though it was unreturned, Hell's stack is basically back to where it was before the damage dished out from Undead. Gets himself the heavy. And we might see an encounter, and we do see an encounter, and the lightning gun of Hell is hurting Undead so much, and showing that he's not that Undead after all, killing him for a fourth time in this map. Starting off with another good railgun, and one shot of that weapon will finish him off, but he can't close in, and now he's low himself. He has to be careful. Those rockets were so dangerous, but he makes it.
Defensive rockets from Undead are painful. It's painful to watch as it seems that Hell just walks into them.
Yeah, but Hell picks up the items, and even though he gets some damage, he makes sure to return a little bit, and because he always has the better items, that damage that he returns keeps the stack in his favor, basically. The missed rail cost him a kill, and despite picking the mega health, the stack is not looking all too well, because Undead denied him all the armors. But Hell's damage output is just from another world right now. He's taking off the stack of Undead time and time again. Undead will snatch away the heavy, I think, and now Hell is in a tough spot. There's not much to
Yeah,
work
Hell
with.
not finding the light armor by the shotgun might cost him a little bit here.
Yeah, it just looks like he's also not timing that armor and banana, but it seems like Undead is not pushing him, which gives Hell a little bit more room to breathe as he picks up that light armor.
And
And the light,
some potential to slow the game down as well.
no railgun, but the lightning gun almost shoved Hell out, and he's not picking up the heavy armor as he could because he does not have the timing of that as well, but he denies the peak damage. Undead is still pushing in. Hell looks for some defensive damage, but the rocket misses, and the major items are spawning both at the same time, but Undead is gonna get both of them either way.
Oh, what nice tribals from Hell, keeping Undead away.
Yeah, and evening out the stacks as well after picking up a light one. He's still lacking the railgun though. Rockets and lightning gun are a good arsenal, but not for a fight like this. Undead can just hide behind corner while recharging his weapon and do the save damage from afar all the time. He hits the teleporter frame with a rail, and this time it's Hell dishing out the great damage with the defensive rockets, but it's negated by the pickup of the mega health. Undead is locking down Hell in that area of the map, leaving the heavy open, but if he has to push in at some point, that might result in Maestro Hell picking up the heavy after the spawn though. But he's not pushing in, he's waiting for Hell to move, and Hell does him the favor and moves, but Undead is not moving fast enough, and Hell should be taking up the mega hell, the heavy armor that is. Hitting a rail, and he gives the item away again.
Oh, might have been a mistake using the beaker there, as
Yes.
he got vulnerable to immense shotgun damage.
And the lead for Hell is still enough. Landing rail after rail, and the lightning gun is nothing to ignore. Hitting a perfect trail of that weapon.
1 minute warning.
49% from Hell so far on this map.
Against the 29% from Undead, which is nowhere near enough against the kind of dodging from Hell.
And Hell raises up his accuracy on the lightning gun even more, and the damage piles up as he just won himself a spot in the lower bracket final against Sirius.
Yeah, and we'll have a Maestro lower bracket finals.
Stopwatch.
So there's basically both contenders from the Challengers League will be Maestro players, as it stands for now.
Congratulations to Team Maestro on a very successful tournament.
Indeed, and I honestly didn't see Hell being that dominant over Undead, but it seems like he